The reason I'm going to support the motion is that property tax relief is one of the top issues that I hear from my constituents, and I know well beyond my district as well. And at the end of the day, you get to only play the cards you're dealt in terms of what's put before us, in terms of what we're going to be allowed to do in regard to providing such relief. But my reservations are the broader picture in terms of being able to see the forest for the individual trees or the individual bills that are put before us. With this bill, along with House Bill 40, House Bill 93, TECM support, we're over $400 million a year that we're taking out of the general fund and on an annual basis. And if you add in what House Bill 292 and 521 does over the last year or two, that's an additional $200 million. That's the money. That money is coming out of the bucket that funds public education and vital services and other activities of the state. And my concern is that we need to step back and look at a bigger picture here, because at the same time that we're doing all this, if you look at page 27 of the 2024 fiscal facts book, you'll see that last year alone, the legislature excluded from revenue collection over $5.2 billion just in sales tax exemptions. And if you look at the 2021 report from OPE, it's an additional $1 billion a year in income and property tax exemptions. And it's not that those exemptions are wrong or bad. The problem is we're one of a minority of states that doesn't review them. So we keep on taking more money off the table before budgets are set than we put on the table. So when I hear that the legislature doesn't collect property tax, doesn't distribute property tax, that is true. But we definitely have a direct influence on that. If you don't feed your kid and your kid steals an apple, okay, you can't go and say, well, I didn't steal the apple, the kid stole the apple, don't blame me. Well, school districts, most of which are governed by conservatively elected trustees who are conservatives in conservative districts who are loath to implement taxes, are being forced to float bonds and levies nearly every single year just to keep class sizes, from exploding and keeping roofs from falling in on kids' head. So the legislature, through how it manages the budget, puts this pressure on local school districts. And that same a different OP report showed that we have over $1 billion backlog in school building maintenance. My point, Mr. Chairman, is that this will not provide the property tax relief that people may think it is, because if it's paying off old school bonds, there's need for additional school bonds to meet current and future needs. That all said, I'll support the motion and reserve my right to change my decision on the floor of the House. But I think voters need to understand, and this committee, I think, needs to address the broader approach to how we set fiscal policy in this state. Thank you for the privilege of speaking to that. I appreciate it.